Hello and welcome back. So now in this lecture we will complete our main menu manager script. So let's first of all start from our method in which we're gonna show the main menu whenever the game starts, because now we're gonna disable this main menu. Okay, we will not be showing the main menu nor the main menu camera. So make sure that they are disabled and enable the main camera right here. Alright, so let's create a public method by the name of show main menu. Okay, in this we will first of all set the isGamePaused to true, because when the menu is shown we will pause the game. So we're gonna set that to true and then go ahead and pause the game by making the time 0. Okay, then we're gonna show the main menu. We're gonna disable the select car UI menu and also the select mission UI. Okay, after this we're gonna check that if the menu camera is not null, and if it's not null then menu camera will be active. So set it to active and then we're gonna deactivate the main camera. So we will say if the main camera is not null then main camera will be deactive. After this you can paste it one more time, and this time will be for the mission info, because as you saw in the previous video it shows the mission information. So we don't want to show the mission information when the menu and the main menu is showing. Okay, so mission information will be set active to false. Okay, and since the main camera right here is of type camera, so we can't use dot set active. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna change this to game object. Okay, then we will unlock the cursor when we are on the menu. Okay, the main menu. Now at the end what we will do is we will show the resume button only if the game was already started. Okay, so in order to do that we will say resume button dot game object dot set active is game passed, and the time dot time since level load is greater than 0. Okay, then in that case only we will show the resume button. Alright, now this was for showing the main menu. Now if we want to resume the game, then what we gonna do? Okay, this is for pausing, or you can say for showing the main menu. Now this is for removing the main menu or resuming the game. Okay, let me name this as resume game. In here game paused will be set to false. This will be then equals to 1. We're gonna remove the main menu and all the other menus as well. The menu camera will get disable, the main camera will get enable. The mission information will also get enable. Alright, we will lock the cursor and we will disappear the cursor as well from the screen, and that will be it. We can just remove that line from this method now. If we scroll up now in the start method, when the game starts we want to show the main menu. Okay, get back to Unity, make sure the main camera, player guard, everything is active and the main menu camera is deactive, and also the main menu in here as well. Okay, click on main menu. Now we need to provide the main camera in there, so drag and drop the main camera in there, and now you will notice when the game starts the main camera will get disabled, and also the mission info as well. As you can see, it directly show the main menu, and as you can see the resume button is now removed. It will only show the resume button once we play the game, and once we are in a mission it will only then show the resume button. For now, if the player wants to start a mission, the player can click on select stage, and whatever mission is unlocked, for example if the player was previously on mission 4 and then close the game and then play it again, it will then show the first 4 missions unlocked and the next 4 will be locked. Okay, but for now as you can see all of them are unlocked and we are unable to play any game. So now let's make these buttons workable as well. As you know that when we click in the select mission UI, when we click any mission, we of course want to replay that mission. Okay, so for doing that, what we're gonna do now is to create a method right here in order to playing that mission. We will name this as replay mission. Okay, this will need an integer by the name mission index. Okay, and in here we will say game manager dot instance dot, let me check. Okay, it is game manager dot instance dot replay mission is I think the method name, and to that method we're gonna pass the mission index. Okay, if I show you the game manager, we have this replay mission right here. It needs a mission index, that which mission is to be played. As I told you, we will be using this replay mission method when we will be working on the main menu, and now we are working on the main menu and we now require this method. Okay, and this method name should also be replay mission. Okay, they both are the same but they are different. After we replay that mission, we will also say resume game. Okay, now for the for making the buttons workable, okay, and also for locking the buttons which button missions are not completed or yet to be completed, we will lock that button. So first of all, create a method right here, update mission buttons. Okay, and in here we will go through all of the buttons. So we will say if I is less than the mission buttons dot length, then we will say I plus plus. Then let's move down, and now we will make buttons interactable if the mission is completed or if it's the current mission. So in order to do that, we will say mission button dot interactable equals to game manager dot instance dot missions completed. Let me check its name. Okay, it is just mission completed. Okay, mission completed. So whatever mission that is completed, or you can say unlocked, then that mission button will be interactable, or else it will be not interactable. Okay, so now let's add that other condition in which we will make that I, we will set the I to game manager dot instance dot current mission. Okay, because as I told you, now in this line we make button interactable if the mission is completed or if it's the current mission. Okay, only that buttons will be interactable. Now we need to initialize the mission buttons whenever the game starts. Okay, so we can't do this in the start method because it will make the code hard to understand, so that's why we will make a separate method for it by the name of initialize mission buttons. In here we will go through all of the buttons once more. Okay, so mission buttons dot length and then I plus plus. Now we will create an integer by the name of mission index, which will be equals to I. Then we will save that I is less than game manager dot instance dot mission completed dot length. Then what we're gonna do, we're gonna make the button interactable. Okay, whenever the game starts we will make the buttons interactable. And also whenever that button is pressed we will play that specific mission. So in order to do that we will say mission button dot on click dot add listener. We will replay that mission and pass the mission index to it. That is it. Okay, and as I told you, we will be calling this initialize mission buttons when the game starts so that we only have that buttons interactable which missions are current or missions are completed, okay, or you can say unlocked. Now, for example, if we are playing the missions, okay, and if we completed, for example, we already completed 4 missions and then we completed the 5th mission, okay, and then we get back to the menu and then the select stage menu. Then in that case, the mission 5 will still be locked, okay. So in order to avoid that bug or you can say that issue, we will uh, say we will update the buttons every second, okay. And as you know that we do that in the update method, but as I told you it will make the code a bit hard if we do it directly in the update method. So for that we're gonna create a separate method right here for updating the buttons every second, okay. So name this as update mission buttons, okay. And in here let me copy this for loop, paste it. Then in here what we're gonna do is we're gonna copy this line from the, actually sorry I forgot, I think we already did this method, okay. I typed this method twice in my other script, so that's why I've started adding it again, okay. Sorry for that, you just don't need that other method because it is already set up right here. Now if we just scroll up in the start, we will show the main menu. Then as I told you, we will initialize the buttons when the game start. So make sure that you do that. And also when the game starts, let's just call the update mission buttons method as well. But as I told you, whenever we pass a mission, we also want to update the buttons in the main menu as well. So you can either call this in the update method, or also you can call this whenever we pass a mission. Okay, so for example, in the game manager, we have this method complete mission. So whenever we complete a mission, we save the progress, and then we can also now say that find object of type main menu manager, then dot, let's call the update mission buttons. Alright, we will also call this update mission buttons whenever we load the progress, but for now let's just leave it right here in whenever we complete a mission. Okay, save all of the scripts. Let me click on save all and get back right here. Okay, everything is added. If we play the game, now the button should work. Okay, what it says, main menu canvas, it shows index out of bound. If we check right here, they are already 8. Let me click on this. Okay, now as you can see, only 1 2 3 4 5 5 missions are unlocked, but as you can see, all of the missions are unlocked right here. If we, for example, click on this 8th one, okay, everything is unlocked, and also it doesn't play the mission. Okay, it shows the error. So the reason it is showing this error, let me show you, is when we start the game, as you can see, the select stage and this mission completed, they both initialize at the start. Okay, and the reason it shows this error is because they both initialize at the start. So that's why when they are both initializing at the same time, then as you know that on the main menu canvas we needs the values from the game manager mission completed at the very start before the main menu manager script. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna initialize this mission completed array at the awake. Okay, so right here as you can see we are doing this on start. Okay, and also on the main menu manager we are initializing the mission buttons at the start as well. So we need to move this line from here, cut it from the start and paste it right here in the awake. Okay, so once we have the booleans, then after that it will initialize the button, so that error will be fixed. Okay, now when we play the game, it will now first initialize the mission completed booleans and create them, and also assign values to it. Okay, it will, I mean, load the data. As you can see now it doesn't show the error, but if you click on select stage, as you can see now it's only make the first mission enabled, and when we click on it, it plays that mission. But as you know that right here we have 5 missions unlocked. Okay, let me show you. If we play the game again, let it load the data. Okay, so now as you can see we have completed 4 missions. Okay, 4 missions are also unlocked, and also the 5th one is unlocked to play. But if you see right here, none of the missions are unlocked but the first one. So the reason behind this is, as I told you, on this main menu manager, when we created this method, I told you we need to call this in the update method, but then I've told you that don't call it in the update method, just call it whenever we complete a mission. So now it will only update the buttons when the mission is completed, and we actually don't want that. We want to update the buttons. Okay, where is it? Okay, sorry, right here. We want to update the buttons when we load the progress as well. Okay, and the reason I am not calling this in an update method is because it will make our game a bit laggy, because it will be calling every second and we don't want that. We only want to update the buttons when it is required. It is required when we complete a mission and when we load the progress. So now this should fix all the issues. Now our first 5 missions will be unlocked. Okay, select stage. Now as you can see, the last 3 is locked and the first 5 are unlocked. If we now play the 5th one, here we are. Now the 5th one is played. Okay, we can now go ahead and complete the 5th mission. But now we are not here to complete the missions, we are here to complete our main menu. Now right here we don't have any option to pause the game. Okay, so now we need to create a button by which we will be pausing our game. So right here what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a UI canvas. Now let's name this as mobile controls. Make this scale with screen size 1920 by 1080. Alright, let's double click on it, change to 2D mode. Here it is. In here create a UI legacy button. Name this as pause button. Drag and drop this icon to it. Okay, this pause button sprite. Oops, let me select it, change it to single, and then select that and drag and drop it. Now make the width and height 100 by 100. If you check it in simulator, here it is. Delete the text from it and make sure that you move it to the top right side. And then move it on -100 on the position X, and on the position Y it should be -70. Okay, this will be our pause button. In the mobile controls, okay, add a on click event, drag and drop the main menu canvas right there, and from the main menu manager click on this show main menu. Okay, so this will show the main menu. And now in the main menu, when we show the main menu, which is this one, as you know that we will now be showing the resume button because we are inside the game. So for resuming the game, drag and drop the main menu canvas, and from the main menu manager select the resume game method. Okay, and then now disable that. And of course we want to disable the mobile controls whenever the game is on the main menu. So on the main menu manager script, now let's make a reference to it. Name it as mobile controls, and when we show the main menu right here, we want the mobile controls to be false. When we resume it, we want it to be true. That is it. Okay, now what we can do is play it in the simulator and touch the buttons on the mobiles. Okay, Okay, directly play the game, and it also shows the error because we didn't add the reference for the mobile control, so make sure that you add that and then play it. Okay, now it shows the main menu. If you click on select stage, select the fifth one, park car in reverse, here it is. For now we don't have the controls for rotating the camera and also for moving the car, but now if we press on this button, it shows the main menu, and if you click on resume, it resumes the game. Okay, if you check it in the game view now, for example, if you move the car to this position, okay, unlock the cursor, click on it. Okay, we are not unlocking the cursor, that's why the button doesn't work. But let's just change to simulator mode and test it out. Okay, now as you can see, it resumes the game from the same spot, as you can see. Okay, now if we select some other stage, for example the second one, okay, here we are on the second one. And of course we don't want to do this. When we are playing the game, we want the select stage button to be disabled, because that is a bug right there. But we will just fix this in the next video, so see you guys in the next one.